Hello, my friends, and welcome to another energy update with me, Rebecca.meisl. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited to see the beautiful themes and share these themes with you for this week ahead. I've taken some time to just tune in and see what kind of downloads and inspirations and themes that are coming forward for this week. And we definitely have this carry through of Mercury retrograde. This release and let go is definitely present for this week ahead. But we also have some really beautiful things as well coming through for the collective. So to dive right in, today's themes are slow and steady progress, seeing the blessing in disguise, becoming the channel, releasing guilt, increasing productivity, and allowing room for wonderment. So we have so much to step into for this week, and it can almost seem like overwhelming, and that's kind of the feeling I really get, especially with this Mercury retrograde. We've had some chaos, we've had some confusion, and that definitely is a theme for this week. So give yourself some space this week. And before we really dive into these themes, I'm just hearing to tell a lot of you to take a breath, take a moment to ground yourself, and really check in with how you're doing, how you're feeling, what has been coming up. This definite need to check in with ourselves is very prevalent in the energy of today, especially as we start on our Monday of the week. And I'm just hearing, like, regardless if it's felt like you've been halted or slowed down or needing to kind of stop in your journey and in your progress, to really start realizing that that's not always a bad thing. So with the start of our week, that's what I'm really feeling is it's like allow yourself to take this slow and steady progress and to really hone in and acknowledge what progress you've already made, okay? And sometimes we need that reminder to really go in and see how much we've already accomplished. And especially in these times of Mercury retrograde, when we are really just being asked to release and to let go, it's also important to be ever more gentle with self, okay? Because I'm definitely seeing this pull of the divine masculine wanting to really take center stage this week, but we're needing to bring it into alignment with our divine feminine. So that is a very prominent theme this week of balancing both energies. How can we allow ourselves to go into the slow down? How can we be content with the slow movement? How can we be happy and see the blessings interwoven in some of the events that have occurred or are occurring currently in our life, even if things are not going as speedily as we once wanted? And it's really this question, we're being asked to question why we need to rush through our human experience, why we need to have the things that our egos have told us we need, what society has told us we need to be happy, to be content, and to be grateful in this life. And so I'm really seeing this dominantly, especially at the beginning of our week, really being called to our attention. If you're feeling agitated, if you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling like you should be light years ahead, what are you learning right now, and what is the blessing that you can take away within this present moment? So I'm definitely seeing this freedom, this need to liberate ourselves of the oughts, the shoulds, the judgments that are truly inhibiting us, because that's when we know that we are running an ego story or we're running a program that is no longer resonating, is when we have that frustration, when we've crossed a boundary of our authentic self. And so I'm really hearing we're needing to really grab the bull by the horns this week and step into our authentic truth and power and say no and change the stories to whatever is bringing us this frustration and agitation this week. So we're really getting this big call to action to block out the ego stories, the distractions that are veering us from our authentic power, and to really take charge. So how can you build this power this week? How can you build up the confidence, the love of self, your truth and bring this awareness of who you are right now, okay? So this is really stepping into that second theme of becoming the channel. So what I was really hearing with this is clearing all preconceived ideas that you have about yourself, about your life, and this human experience that you're having right now. And I'm also hearing to add about spirituality. Can you clear yourself completely to become moldable, to become like the clay, and allow spirit, allow the universe to mold you, to help shape you and show you the beautiful masterpiece that you already are. And it's really just allowing ourselves to become the channel for spirit, to become the channel of all that resonates with us, and allowing the world to literally work for you. We no longer become the victim to life, but we become the victor to life. And this week, we're really being called to take up that stance. Where can you hold your power? Where can you stand true to yourself? And where can you allow spirit to be the motivator for your life? So if you're facing decisions this week, if you're facing irritations this week, how can you allow yourself to let go and allow the universe to move you, to work through you, and allow the flow of life to really happen for you? So when we take that power, we then no longer see life as victimizing. We see it as an opportunity for us to get curious, to allow this beautiful experience to happen on our behalf and to take us down a road perhaps we've never been before. And we no longer feel afraid. We trust that source is moving us. So it's like coming to that place this week of real understanding of your intuition, your intuitive promptings, and your authentic power, and giving the permission to your guides to move you and guide you on this human path, and allowing yourself to really let go of the fear and that voice that says your life should be like this, you should be like this, or you should be here by now. It's like removing that and coming into a place of freedom, okay? So we all are children of conditioning, and it's really understanding where our conditioning is taking a driver's seat in our lives this week. Where are we judging? When thoughts come in, are they negative? Are they judgmental? Are they critical? And if so, then that is our own belief. That is our own humanness coming in, our own programming that is coming in. And it really helps us to identify what is true, because the truth is always from love. The truth, the information, the guidance we receive from the universe is always loving, my friends. So we're getting this mindfulness, this need for mindfulness this week to go, what is your motivator? What is your driving force? Is it fear? Is it negativity? Is it judgment? Or is it love? How do you speak to yourself? And it really all starts within our own thoughts. So this week we're really being called that, why are we being so hard on ourselves? What is the story we have right now that is telling us that we're not going fast enough? How can we really go into the divine feminine energy, the nurturing energy, the mothering energy, the spiritual side of ourselves, and start seeing truth for what it truly is? And how can we allow that to be the motivator to work through us, to express through us out into the world, okay? We also have this highlight on expression. So expressing your truest, most authentic self this week. So yes, we are in this state of Mercury retrograde, and I know I've brought this up a lot, but it is important. So with that confusion, it's like, get that clarity. What is your truth now? And allow yourself to remove the distractions or the voices or other people's opinions in this. It's like, sit with yourself, and I'm saying the suggestion to come in to really meditate this week, to close your eyes, to go inward and really begin to listen. what is it that I want to say? What is it that my authentic voice wants to express? And really go on a soul level here. So I'm really seeing us going into our purpose. What are we here to say in this life? If I could fix one thing in the world, what would it be? And it's like really driving into our purpose and where we want to go in life moving forward. And this truth I'm really seeing really begin to shape. And if we haven't had that clarity, I'm seeing that coming a lot this week. What is my purpose? How can I express who I am in this world? And how can I acknowledge that oneness, that I literally am an expression of the divine? And how can I express the beauty of this universe in my everyday life, okay? And part of doing this is this freedom from guilt. So this is definitely a big theme this week. Where are we holding guilt for being who we are? Where are we dimming our light for other people or for society standards? Or where have we put these judgments on ourselves that we aren't good enough or we're not worthy enough? So we need to punish ourselves or suffer through this earthly experience, okay? So really being called to do some deep inner work this week and to be very cognizant of where these programs are. What is the belief that says you're not enough? Where did you adopt that belief? What are you really doing in your everyday life that is almost like punishing yourself? So a lot of times, as an example, when we feel like we're not worthy enough for something, well, then we become the instigator of our own suffering because we go, oh no, we don't deserve to actually have something nice for ourselves. So we settle for less. Or we go, oh, actually, I don't deserve, I'm not worthy of a good relationship. So then we go for a relationship we think we are worthy of, which most of the time is not enough, is a punishment of self. And it's like really being mindful of the cycles that we're in. Even with our finances this week, I'm seeing this come up big. Where are you settling? Where are you too comfortable in your finances? Where do you need to start changing the theme, the story that you tell yourself every day? And really getting honest, okay? Because this is a true blessing in disguise. Because going through these deeper cycles, these patterns, might be difficult at first. We might be feeling like, oh my goodness, I didn't realize that I had this story, this judgment of myself that I've carried on for so long, or oh, I didn't realize I still was repeating the same old cycles. And it's like giving yourself the ease and grace this week to go, okay, that's okay. I'm still human, I'm still learning, and I'm going to do my best now to change the narrative, to change and to really take on my power and really step into my personal glory. And it really allows us to become more of the observer of life, where we're no longer taking things personal. We're going, okay, that's how I used to live, but this isn't me anymore. And it's choosing different. And that's what really helps us take the action steps. And when we take those actions, just by choosing different, just by changing the story or changing our patterns, that helps us step into our power, okay? So if you're someone like, you're going, I don't know how to be in my authentic power. Well, the first step is to truly take control of how you live your life. So even in the simple and smallest decisions, are you being true to yourself? Are you catering to other people? Are you allowing others to rule your life? And if so, it's like making those small decisions every day that now reflect who you are, who you've always been. And slowly but surely, you start taking that driver's seat. You start taking the wheel. You start controlling where you want to go, what path you want to take in life. And that's freedom, my friends. So it's like really choosing and being mindful this week of where we are partaking in energies that are literally draining our power, or where we ourselves have beliefs that take away our personal power and freedom, okay? And really being honest, okay? Once again, this can be difficult, but there truly is so much blessings coming forward when we address the truth, okay? So really allowing ourselves to remove the fears, the illusions, the lies we tell ourselves, or addictions like addiction to worry or fear. When we remove those things, we allow ourselves to really relax into the divine plan, and we begin to trust that everything is going to be for our highest good. We no longer have to fear. We no longer have to worry. And we start seeing how beautiful life can be when it happens for us, no longer to us. Okay, so a lot around power this week and our authentic self, okay, carrying through that theme. So the next thing is increasing productivity. So once we've gained that clarity of purpose, and we're going, okay, what's my motivator in life? Is my motivation to have a good life because I'm afraid? Is fear my motivator? Or is love my motivator? And once we've gotten that clarity and we've made those little adjustments where it's like, oh, that decision was from fear, and we've changed the narrative and we've gone, okay, how can I change the story to one of love for myself? And going, okay, I love myself so much that I know I deserve to have success. It's no longer, I need all this money and success so I can be safe in life. It's no, I love myself so much that I'm going to trust that I'm always safe. I'm going to provide that environment for myself right now. And I'm going to lovingly continue to build up my success because I deserve it. See the difference in the story? And that's what I'm really getting highlighted this week. It's like changing that narrative, changing the motivation from fear to love, okay? So back to the increasing the productivity, it's like being proactive. How can I now create this foundation of love? And I'm really seeing a lot of us scheduling, planning, really maneuvering things in our schedule to make sure that we have the time to put ourselves first, to do the loving actions, to really let love be the motivator, and allowing ourselves to schedule that time for our hopes and dreams, okay? So if you have ambitions, if you start recognizing your bigger divine role and purpose here, how can you start prioritizing it? How can you start living your truth, okay? Because if there's things that you are prioritizing, you're giving all your energy to, all of your time to, we're being asked to reevaluate. Is that energy, is that time, are those funds all going to where you really want it to go? And if not, it's time to make those adjustments. What do you need to start prioritizing now based on your authentic truth, on you being in your power and allowing love to be your motivation? And it's like making those little tweaks, making those adjustments. How can I prioritize myself more? And just by doing that, see how you've taken action and power back in your life. So really beautiful full circle truths that are coming through this week. I'm also seeing this trickle out into our career as well as family and friends, okay? So block out distractions. That's a big one for this week. It's like, don't get distracted, really maintain focus and allow yourself to make these changes, okay? So who am I now? Who do I resonate with now? And if I'm not resonating with the friendships and people around me now, how can I create a new way of integrating new people in my life? How can I put myself out there more? How can I make new connections? How can I really start attracting my soul tribe or find my soul tribe? And it's like creating those intentions. And then with our careers, if we're not happy in our career, we know we have a higher purpose. We know we have to shift to a new state of being, even in our career field, then start taking the action steps. And don't be afraid. I'm seeing a lot of us this week starting to realize that we want to cut back. We want to go part-time so we can pursue our dreams. We want to start cutting back on things that don't bring us joy or satisfaction. And I'm really seeing that happen big time and really opening up to the possibilities. What can I do to support myself now so I can pay my bills, but also pursue the future of my dreams, the career of my dreams, the spiritual aspect of my life that I want to pursue? And it's like, really, once again, what is my priority? And making those adjustments in our careers, in our relationships, so that life now fits you. You're not trying to fit life, okay? Notice the difference. So slow and steady progress, okay? Do not rush this process. I'm really hearing, once again, balance and become more in alignment with the divine feminine and the masculine, because I'm really feeling like the masculine really wants to be dominant this week, but we're needing to temper it. So really be mindful. Where am I rushing? Where am I holding a standard that says I'm not where I need to be in this moment? So don't rush the process. Slow and steady process. If you feel like you're being stopped, if you're feeling like you're being halted, it's for a reason. So trust the flow of life this week and really connect with your guides to get your clarity. Last but not least, make time to replenish, okay? So allowing time to really give yourself the nurturing and love you need, and doing things that do replenish you, okay? So the last thing that I wrote down was allowing room for magic, joy, and wonderment. So that is all part of replenishment. So if you are needing to rest, then rest. But if you're also needing inspiration, then find inspiration this week. Have you lost the inner child? Is it time to have more fun? Is it time to have more play? Is it time to remember the fairies? Is it time to remember the mystical and beautiful things and wonderment of life? And I'm really just seeing a lot of us take time out to recapture that childlike fun this week. So really allow yourself to let go of the seriousness of the themes this week, because it can seem like a lot. And I'm just hearing, don't let yourself become overwhelmed. Change and shift the energy. And once again, take control, get into your power, and change the energy if you are feeling like life is going too seriously. Allow yourself this time of play and replenishment, okay? So really take what you need. So my friends, let's pull us a card for the week. I'm going to just do that. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, so I pulled us an angel card with the crystal apatite, okay? And it says progress, not perfection. This is so good. So don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus upon how far you've come and all that you've learned. Oh my gosh, like how perfect is this card? So yes, really sums up this week so perfectly. Progress, not perfection. I love that. Slow, steady progress. Stop the judging. Stop guilt tripping yourself. Allow yourself to open up to the offering that life is giving you now, which is living with ease and grace and freedom. You know, really liberating yourselves from those stories that are saying you should, you shouldn't, or life needs to go a certain way. Let that go, my friends. Step into the energy of your power, your truth, and really watch as this week unfurls for you, taking you leaps and bounds further than you thought possible. So my friends, that wraps up our week. I really am wishing you all the best. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. And please let me know if I can be of any help or service to you. If you would like a Reiki session, if you would like a deep healing session with Reiki, oracle cards, and live channeling of your guides, let me know. I am open to new clients and I'm so excited to meet more of you. So please don't hesitate. Sending you all the love in the world. Have a beautiful week.